Yeah, thank you. So in the last class, we started some of the important points in the Python list function. Okay, and we completed like 6 points we completed. The last one we discussed about is what is the use of the predefined function del. Okay, it is useful in order to delete the entire list or in order to delete any particular value or element what we have in the list. Okay, so let me continue, and we completed these important points here. So the next one is what is the difference between remove and pop. As you already know that pop is one of the operation in the stack data structure. Okay, it is meant for deleting the elements from the stack based on the top pointer variable. Okay, hope you understand. Hope you know what is meant by stack data structure. Operations of the stack is push, pop, okay, seek, is empty, is full. Okay, all those are the concepts for the stack data structure. Okay, so in that we have the term pop. Okay, pop is meant for deleting the elements from any data structure, just like a stack. It is equivalent to delete. Okay, and they ask you that what is the difference between remove and pop. Okay, so let's see this. What is the use of this remove and pop? As we already know, what is the use of del. Okay, we already have a predefined word del and how to delete the value from an index location or how to delete the entire list. So let's discuss about what is this remove. Okay, both remove, pop as well as delete are meant for removing the elements from the list itself, only for the list. Okay, it is not these three functions or these three predefined functions are not meant for the tuple. As you already know that, because tuple you can't able to make any modification, immutable, but the lists are mutable, you can able to change. Okay, so all these three are meant for deletion of any particular index location value or any particular list, entire list. But if you go for the remove function, it removes the first instance of a matching object. The meaning is, whenever, for example, let us take this one. If this is our list, okay, containing some characters, and we have the repetition, multiple occurrences of, multiple occurrences of the particular character is there in any particular list whose name is A. At that time, if you want to delete the particular character, let us take B. Okay, if you know the index position of a B, very good, you can able to use the keyword del. You can able to use the keyword del, and you can able to meant for deleting the element B based on the index position. Okay. But if you don't know the index position of the character B, okay, or if you want to delete any particular one element of B, then you have multiple occurrences of B. At these two situations, we are going to use the remove. Again, I am repeating now. If you don't know the index location of any data element onto the list, first situation. Second one, when you have multiple occurrences of any element, and if you want to delete one occurrence, okay, any one occurrence, then you can able to better go for the remove. Okay, because the remove is going to be delete or eliminate the first occurrence of the character what we are going to meant for deletion. Okay, here the remove function indirectly performs the search operation. Okay, if you want to delete, if you want to remove this B, then it has to start from index location 0, go for index location 2, 3, and so on up to n-1. Okay, based on the what the value we are searching. For example, if you meant for deleting B, it starts with index 0, index 1. At index 2, you have the occurrence of B. Okay, then the only first occurrence of B is being deleted and it's completed its task. Means it doesn't go for verifying any other B's are there in the list. If so, it can't able to go for deleting it. The first occurrence of your element is to be searched based on the index position, then it should be deleted. It not go for further searching, it not go for further deletion, even though there is a multiple occurrence of that particular character in the list. Am I clear? So that is the small difference between DEL and remove. Am I clear? But if you want to go for DEL, you have to supply the index location. So is this. If you want to go for using this DEL, we have to supply the index location. But remove, you can able to supply the data element so that it can able to delete the first occurrence of the particular character what you supply. Am I clear? So that is the use of the remove. And one more thing, in this example, it is not said that remove is also useful to delete the entire list with respect to the memory location also. In the last class we discussed, at the time we are discussing with DEL. What I said in the DEL can able to delete the entire list of values what we have in the entire list. Okay, the name of the list is also be deleted, but it doesn't go for deleting the memory location. I was already discussed this point in the last class. But whereas if you go for the remove without supplying any character or without supplying any data element, okay, which is located in your list, if you simply write a.remove, okay, means we are calling the remove function with respect to list name of E. And then what happens is the entire list with respect to the name of a list, it is going to be deleted. Not only the values it is going to be deleted, but the entire memory location is also be completely free. So that is the second difference between DEL as well as remove. Okay, but it is very you may feel it is very silly, or it is very easy to identify the difference between DEL, remove, and pop. But at the time they given multiple choice questions, objective type questions. Okay, the options should be very confusing. So that's why I'm stretching this point and discussing it. Okay, so the sensitive points you have to be remembered. Then you will get good marks. Either it may be objective or it may be at the time you are going to write the program. So that is the use of remove. Whenever you have the multiple occurrences, okay, into a list, if you want to go for deleting any character or any data onto the list, okay, we are going to use the remove. Okay, remove is a predefined function. Please make this. Remove is the predefined function in the Python, which is going to be works under the list, not for the okay. Then go for the next one, pop. Okay, here pop is also removes the specified index position value and it can able to returns that value. Please understand the difference between remove and pop. Okay, both are predefined functions. Both are meant for deleting any particular data element with respect to the list. But if you are using the pop, okay, it is not only deleting the value based on the index location, but it can able to returns the value. Am I clear? You already know what is the pop in stack operations. Okay, pop operation is going to be delete wherever the top pointer variable is pointing. Am I clear? Then it is going to be decrement the top pointer variable. The same strategy here also. The pop operation here onto the list, it can able to delete based on the index location what you supplied, and it can able to return also. Am I clear? So that is the difference between remove and pop. Now go for what this program will use the output. As we are creating the list containing 6 characters, okay, and you are using the first one is the remove. Okay, so we have to use this dot operator now. Whenever you are going to use the remove as well as pop, you have to use this dot operator. But if you go back for the DEL, okay, it is not mandatory to use the dot operator for DEL operator. That is one more difference. Am I clear? So coming back here. So if you want to make use of the operation remove onto the list A, you have to use the dot operator, and you can able to supply either the index location number, or if you know the data value what we have in the list, that also you can able to be supplied. Am I clear? So in our example, they given A dot remove of B. Please make sure that this particular statement will not delete the multiple occurrences of B. Am I clear? If you see the list, we have the multiple B's. Am I clear? But the remove operation will not go for deleting the multiple values at the same time. So for this statement, it is going to delete the B whose location is at index 2. That's it. If you want to go for next B value is also be delete, then again you need to write A dot remove of B. Okay. So print statement, the print statement here will contain the F string statement. So the content of the list, we are calling the name of the list. So directly the output it should be content of the list is after deleting the one occurrence of B, whatever the remaining elements we have under the list, it is going to be empty. Okay. Then go for the pop operation. Even for the pop operation, whenever you are using the pop predefined function, again we have to use the dot operator. We can't directly write pop of 3, pop of A of 3 like that. Okay, those type of syntax is only meant for del. Okay, del of A of 1 you can able to write. But if you want to use the pop operation, pop predefined function, make sure you have to use the dot operator. Am I clear? The way of writing is different. The syntax given for the remove and pop is different from DEA. Am I clear? So x equal to A dot pop of 3 means we are supplied the index location. Am I clear? Or if you want to supply the data, if you know the data what we have in the list, you can able to supply it. You can able to write x equal to A dot pop of within the quotation character, or if you have integer, you can able to supply that within the quotations. So if you know the data values what we have in the list, those values is also allowed to supply for the pop predefined function. Am I clear? So what it happen? It is going to be delete the index location value what we have at 3. Am I clear? Please make sure that here we perform the remove operation, then we perform the pop operation. Means initially the list contains 6 values. Okay, after that we perform the remove. Now the number of values onto the list, it should be only 5. Am I clear? Means for this pop operation, the input list should be this one, whose list contain only the 5 values, not the original list. Why I am stretching this point is because after deleting the first B, the index locations has changed. See, initially for the first C, the index value is 4. For the second C, the index value is 5. But after making this remove operation, the list is being updated with respect to the index location. Am I clear? So whenever you are performing the pop operation, it is going to be performed on this updated list. చాలా మంది ఇలా మల్టిపుల్ డిలీషన్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ రాసినప్పుడు ఇనీషియల్ గా లిస్ట్ మీదే ప్రతిసారి ఆపరేషన్ జరుగుతుందని అనుకుంటారమ్మా. Am I clear? That is not going to be happening because there it is a Python programming, user-friendly programming language. Okay, the way of executing it should be sequential, line-wise. Even though it is using the interpreter, the way of executing it should be line-wise. Am I clear? So initially we perform the remove operation, a remove predefined function onto the original list. Am I clear? So after performing this remove, the content in the list is being updated. That's why I written the print statement here. Am I clear? That should be acts as an input for the further upcoming statements. This way of execution is same in C, C++, Java, okay, or in the Python also, if it doesn't write the classes. Am I clear? So make sure that what is the input for the statement or predefined function what you written and what the list updation. Am I clear? So for this A.pop of 3, A.pop of 3 means what it should be? It should be 0, 1, 2, 3. So this first C will going to be deleted. Am I clear? So this pop operation or pop predefined function is going to be performed on the updated list. Then it is going to be deleted the first C. And finally, this should be the list after making the pop predefined function. Am I clear? Again, I am going to be discussing more. What's the points you need to be remembered? First point, the remove is meant for deleting the first instance of multiple occurrences of data values onto the list. Okay. For remove as well as pop, you should use the dot operator, and you can able to supply the data values if you know what we have in the list, or you can able to supply the index location. Am I clear? So these are the 2 points you have to be remember. And third important point with respect to this pop operation is, even if you doesn't return this print statement, okay, even if it doesn't return this print statement, it's going to print what we have in X. That's what number. You a dot pop of 3 equal to X and you note chase. But it doesn't print here X. Okay, here why we make a assignment statement to X is the pop operation, after making the deletion with respect to the index location, it is going to returns the value. Please remember this point. Read here. The pop operation removes the specified index position value and returns the value. So if you execute this set of programming code, okay, before this print statement, the output what we are getting is it has to print X value. Means because the pop of 3 is C. C is the data at index location 3. That should be returned. Return to where? Return to where means here we are writing the assignment statement now. So for X it is going to be returned. If you want to write a print statement in order to print X, then character C will be printed onto the Python IDE. That's why we return this assignment statement. So that is the third point you have to remember for the pop. Okay, delete, remove, pop. These 3 are meant for deleting or removing with respect to the index location. For the delete, who doesn't use the dot operator. For remove and pop, we have to use the dot operator. Onto these 3, pop operator, pop predefined function will returns what is the value it is going to be deleted. Okay, hope you clear now. Anyone have any doubts in this point? Please raise your voice. Please let me know. Anyone is clear? Del, remove, and pop. Yeah, thank you. Then, yes, next point. Next point is how to remove the duplicate values from the list. Duplicate values from the list means this question is not meant for this point now. They are not asking you to about how to use the remove predefined function. They are not asking that. Please read the question clearly. Remove the duplicate values from the list. They are not asking about deleting the multiple occurrences. They are asking you duplicate values from the list. So this question is not meant for how to use the remove predefined function. Am I clear? So in order to delete the duplicate values from the list at the same time, please understand, at the same time. First go for example. Here we created a list. Okay, we have the multiple occurrences, means duplication is there. Okay, sometimes it is also called as ambiguity. Okay, the other term for the duplication is ambiguity. Okay. So what they're asking, removing of duplicate values from the list. What is the duplicate values here? 2 is being repeated 2 times. 1 is repeated at 3 times. Okay. So this question is meant for removing the ambiguity from the list and make the list should be efficient. Means the multiple occurrences of any data value should be deleted. Not completely. 2 is not completely deleted. Okay, multiple occurrences of 2 is deleted. Similarly, 1, all the 3 ones is not going to be deleted. Okay, multiple occurrences of 1 is going to be deleted. Am I clear? In order to do that, you have most important predefined function is set. This one. Okay, list of set of the particular list value. Am I clear? I will explain what is the syntax of writing this one. Okay, in order to delete the duplicate values from the list, we have to use the list. 1 second. Yeah. We are going to use the list of. We are going to use the list of set of list underscore name. Okay, where we are going to delete that particular list name. Okay, what this set will be doing is the set operation is going to access the initially given list and it is identify every index location starts from 0. Okay, it will go for index 0. It will read the value what we have at index 0. Okay, in our example at index 0 we have 3. Okay, it make a memory location for 3. Then it go for index location 1. Index location 1 is 2. This 2 and 3 will be compared. Both are not equal. Then it go for next one. Again it is 2. This 2 is compared with this 3, first index location. Likewise, this 3 is going to comparable for every other index location in order to identify is there any duplication of 3. 1 second. Is there any duplication of 3? Okay, so this process is repeated. It doesn't go for writing the for loop here. What is happening inside the set is first it go for the index value 0, reads the data. Okay, a temporary memory location is being created. Okay, for the 3. This 3 is being comparable for every other index location. At index location 1, index location 2, 3, 4, up to last index location. If there is a multiple occurrences of this particular 3 at any location, that value should be deleted. Am I clear? So there is no multiple occurrences of 3. Then it go for index location 1. At index location 1 we have value 2. So again for the value 2, a temporary memory location is being created. Okay, for this 2, it is going to start comparison with index 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n-1. Wherever this value 2 is being repeated, that is going to be deleted. It is just like how we are going to perform sorting. Quick sort, bubble sort, mid sort, sorting comparisons, the same thing this set operation will be able to perform. Okay, but the advantage of here in the Python is user is not meant for go for writing the for loop or don't go for writing comparison statements. Directly the set operation will be able to perform it. And now we are going to understand what is the use of this list. After making setting, okay, it has to be created it as a list. Initially our list is containing 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, this set operation is initially performed. SQL query SQL query SQL query lo first change would be nested inside first the operation complete finally it comes out of it. Similarly, for example, if you have multiple for loops, nested for loop, okay, what will happen inside innermost for loop will be get executed, then comes for the outermost. Okay, the same thing here also. The set operation is initially reads the data, identify the duplication, then it has to delete the duplication. Then it has to arrange the elements as a list. So that is the syntax here we are using. Set of the list name, what we are going to be avoiding the duplication, that name, and we are called this list. Am I clear? Okay, and here this particular statement we are making it as assignment statement. Why? Because initially we consider the list is A. Now we make some operation on that list. What is that operation? Deletion of the duplication. Am I clear? Now the list is being updated. The updated list is being assigned with again with the name of A. So that is the meaning of this particular assignment statement. Okay, you need to understand only this particular statement because remaining all print statements and creation of a list statement. List. That's it. Am I clear? So see, before this particular statement, what is the content of A? Containing the elements with duplication. Am I clear? And after this particular statement, okay, what is the content what we have in the list A? 1, 2, 3. See, arrangement is also done. Arrangement is also done. Now, if you have time, okay, please make a note of the statements, and you can able to try on your home, okay, in your own Python IDE. Okay, or else if you want to write only the statement, okay, with respect to the given question, please at least write that statement. Okay, because only saying and you are listening is not enough. Okay, at least write the important sentences, okay, given under the point, write the statement question, then write at least the important point. Because the print statements is not mandatory. According to the user perspective, you can able to write print statements or not. Okay, so at least write this important statement, what I am going to be highlighted. And please try it in your home, or tomorrow we have the Python lab. In that session, okay, please open your notes and try it on your Python IDE. Okay, then you can able to understand, is there any error, is there, okay, in order to resolve what we have to be doing. Okay, simply listening is not acceptable. So I request every student who is in the class, please at least open your notes and write the point and write the important statement onto the entire programming code. Okay. Next, so this is the way we are going to delete the duplication from the list and updating. Very important. Every point is important now. Okay. If you have time, please go for the Google. Okay. Search latest MNC interview questions on Python. Search it. Okay. These are the points maybe you get. That's why I am repeating the questions every time. Okay. So this is the way we are deleting the duplication from the list and arranging the list in an order. Okay. Then, yes, index. How to find the index of an element? Okay. But for example, already the list is created. Already predefined lists are there. Predefined in the sense, not Python. Already you created your own list, or some other person you created a list. That list name you can able to use in your program. But you don't know how many elements are there in the list, or you don't know what is the index of any particular value what we have in the list. Okay. In order to know the index of the particular value, even though it have multiple occurrences. Okay. How to identify the index of an element? Okay. So that is a question here. Yes, of course. How to find the index of an element, and that should be the first occurrence. Even though when you have multiple occurrences of the same data value, okay, this index keyword, okay, or predefined function is meant for identifying the memory location. Okay, memory location means index location, not the memory address. Okay, onto the list. Simple. The syntax you should know, that's it. So this is list name is fruit. Okay, and you are using this index in order to identify what is the index value for the user supplied data value. For example, user doesn't know what is the data we have in the list. He supplied some data. Then obviously it will give a false statement. Means here the index predefined function will returns either index values, nothing but numerical values, or it can able to return the Boolean also. The latest versions of the Python, okay, under the index predefined function, it can able to returns Boolean also, which means the user supplied data value is existed or not. For the old versions, they will not return the Boolean. Simply if the data value is there in the list, it will return the index value. Otherwise, it will return null. Am I clear? So let me complete this example here. So here we have the list. Okay, initially we print the list. So index of the user supplied value. Okay, user supplied data value. So it has to verify based on the index location. Okay, only the first occurrence of this apple is being identified. Means whenever it starts searching from index 0, the first occurrence of the user given value is identified, then it is not continue its search operation. Am I clear? So it will not go for continuation. Once it identifies apple at index value 2, it stops its comparison. Then it returns the index location is 2. Similarly, one more statement here. It is located at index 0, so it has to return that. Okay. If you know the data value in the list, if you want to identify the index location, this is the procedure. Okay. For example, you know only the index locations, because index locations are generally starts from 0 to n minus 2. If you want to identify the value with respect to the index, then how to identify it? I'm repeating my question, ma'am. Just context for this question. You know the index location. Everyone knows the index location 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And if you want to know what is the data at index location 4 or index location 3 or some index location, you want to know the data value from the list. Okay. For that, in that situation, what we have to do? I want to hear the answer from the students. Anyone in the class? Why is my presentation is not clear?
Visible, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am? Okay. Okay. Harshita, PPT is visible, ma'am?
No, sir, it's not visible.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you. So I hope you got the question. Okay, just the context of this one. We discussed many times. We don't know what the data we have in the list. Let us take fruit. Fruit is the list name. And if you want to access the data value from the list based on the index location, then what is the statement we need to write? Anyone please answer? This point number 9 is, you know the data value, what we have in the list. Okay, based on the data value, if you want to identify the index, then you can able to use this index of apple or index of pear, like that. Okay, my question is contrast of this point 9 is about, you know the index value and you need to know the data at any particular index value. At that time, what is the statement we need to write? Hope my question is clear. Anyone?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah. How to access the data from the list based on the index position? That's my question. It's very easy, ma. For example, let us take an array. Okay, array containing name. How to access elements from the array? Based on the index location. But if you consider array name is A, okay, if you want to know what the value we have at index 10, okay, you can able to write x equal to A of 10, and you can able to write print of x. Am I clear? The same thing. Okay, if you want to access the values from the list, okay, how you are going to access? First, identify the name of the list. The name of the list in this example is fruit. Okay, fruit of 5. Okay, if you written x equal to fruit of 5, what happened? At index value 5, what we have? Value is pear. Am I clear? This value pear is being assigned to x. Am I clear or not? If you written like this, x equal to fruit of 5. Am I clear? The index value 5, whatever the value at index value 5 is being written to x, then you can able to print this x. Or directly within the print statement, if you write as a f string statement, you can able to use this. Am I clear? Simple thing. Just a contrast of this 9.9. Okay? In both ways you can able to access. If you know the index location, based on that you can able to access the data. Or if you know the data value from in the list, based on the use of that and using of this index, okay, you can able to identify at what index position that particular data is being present. Am I clear? That is the point number 9. Next one. So how to remove all the elements from the list? You can able to use del. Am I clear? And one more option here we have is clear. Okay, clear keyword or clear predefined function. Okay, this will remove the entire elements in the list, not the entire list. Please understand. Okay, clear will remove the entire values, whatever the type of values, how many values we have under the list. Name is A. Okay, it will delete all the elements and make memory free. But the list is not meant for deletion. Am I clear? So see here, we created a list and initially we printed the list. Then we deleting the entire list elements by using the clear keyword. Okay, then all the elements in the list is been cleared. Okay, now we have only the list A. Okay, the list A is empty now. List A is empty now, doesn't have any values. Okay, the list A is not deleted. List elements in the list is deleted. That's it. Okay, that is the use of clear, removing all the elements from the list. Then if you want to write, then if you want to add any element, then you can able to write, as you already know that you can able to write append statements. Okay, Java is being appended at index 0, then Python is being appended at index 1. And one more option, as you already know that del of A, entire list with respect to the name also is going to be deleted. Am I clear? So let me see what is the output for this program. So see, for the first print statement, it is going to be print the all the values W, X, Y, Z. Okay. For the second print statement, this is been written after the clear statement. Okay, clear statement means the list is being created like this. All the elements is being deleted. So the list is now acts as an empty list. Okay. Then we return the two append statements. So the list is not empty now. We have added the two strings. There are Java as well as Python. So after appending, if you return the print statement, this is the thing. Okay, last one, you return del of A. Del of A means the entire A, list name A, okay, all the elements in the list, everything is going to be deleted. So after this del, if you return the print statement, obviously we will get the naming error, because A, the name A for the list is also already deleted. And actually why we are writing print statements is, you should aware the order of executing statements in the Python list function. Okay, that is the meaning of writing print statement for every operation. Initial list print statement. Are you making use of clear keyword, again using the print statement. Okay, because then you can able to understand whether the list is updating or not. Okay, what is the function I am using, whether it is working on the list. If it is works, the list has been updated or not. Okay, that's why it is better to write the multiple print statement after using the predefined functions. Okay, please write the point number and question. Okay, and write up the syntax. Okay, in order to remove all the elements from the list without deleting the list, we are going to use the clear. Okay, easy to remember. The names they are saying, the actual meaning. Am I clear? That is the difference between clear, delete, remove, pop. Okay. Then next one, iterate over the list, printing both index values, index numbers, and the values. Okay, as already you know that enum. In the C programming, we have enum. Am I clear? One second. Yeah, we already know enum. Okay, after the structures and unions. Okay, using the keyword struct. Okay, enum, union, all these are non-primitive data types. Okay, user is allowed to make a block which contain multiple data types. Okay, just like our list, these structure and unions or enums are going to be used. Okay, the same thing here also in the Python, we have enum, but it is given in a complete word like enumerate. Okay, so before going to the example, let me explain what is the question and what we have to be print as a output. Okay, so iterate over the list and go for printing of what? Both the index value and the data value what we have at index. Okay, so in order to do this, we are going to use the for loop first, because in the question they given iterate. Iterate means continuously you are going to be perform the same task onto the list. So obviously you are going to use the for loop. Am I clear? And what they are asking to print the index value as well as the data value. Am I clear? Here we are not going to use this predefined function index of so and so data value. Let us take 30. Okay, this predefined function already we seen in the point number 9. So that is not useful here. Am I clear? We are not going to get the index locations. Okay, what the output we need to get? Index and its corresponding value. So here we are going to use the IDX. Am I clear? If you are using ID of any list name, let us take A, then it will return the memory location of A. Let us take a garbage value 141279. This is nothing but the memory location for the list A. Am I clear? If you are using ID, only ID. Okay, but if you use IDX, okay, if you are using IDX, this is meant for returning the index values starts from initial to end, and that to be from left to right only. Am I clear? And comma VAL is a variable name VAL in enumerate of the name of the list. Am I clear? So these terms we have to be right in the for loop. Please understand what is the use of IDX, VAL. Okay, those are initially predefined. VAL is a user variable. Okay, IDX is meant for getting the index values in an order, starts from left to right, starts from index 0. I mean, what we have at index 0, that index value has been written. Index 1 written, index 2 written. Okay, these two, IDX and VAL, is going to be worked only when you are using these enumerate predefined function. If you are not use enumerate, then this IDX and VAL are just user declared variables. Okay, those are not going to get the value from the variables from the list whose name is grocery underscore list. Okay, so this is the way we have to write the print statement for loop first. Why you are writing for loop? Because in the question they asked you to iterate some process. What is the process? Starts from index value 0, 0, its value. Next, index value 1, its value. Likewise, they are asked you to print. And repeatedly, we are going to do the same thing. So, we are going to use the for loop here. First point. Second point, what is the use of enumerate? Enumerate will get the index. Correspondingly, what is the data value we have at that index? Am I clear? So, that is the use of enumerate. What is the syntax of writing enumerate? Enumerate of the name of the list. Okay. From which list you are going to get the data? That list name you have to be separate. And one more important thing is colon. Colon and as well as indentation. Okay, this is mandatory every time at the time you are using for loop. Okay, indentation and colon is most important. So within the for loop, what we written? Okay, we written a print statement with a F string statement. Okay, this is according to the user perspective. Okay, so finally we are getting the output like this: index locations and what is the values we have in the index location at that particular list. Am I clear? So this is about printing. Okay, now ఒక్కసారి చూడండి సేమ్ ఇలాంటి ఎగ్జాంపులే మనం ఇంకోటి చూసాం. Okay, what is that? Zip zip function. Okay, ZIP. Okay, using this zip function also we are going to get the data from the multiple lists. Multiple lists లోంచి సేమ్ ఇండెక్స్ వాల్యూస్ లో ఉన్న సేమ్ ఇండెక్స్ పొజిషన్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ ని రీడ్ చేయాలంటే at that time you can able to go for this zip. Okay, but if you want to access value and index location onto the same single list, at that time you have to use the enumerate. Please comparatively understand. ఓకే జిప్ ఫంక్షన్ కూడా మనం ఇంతకుముందు యూజ్ చేసాం కానీ జిప్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తాం when you have multiple list statements and you want to get the access from the multiple list statements. At that time you are going to use the zip, otherwise you can able to use the enumerate. Please understand at what situation which predefined function onto the list we are going to be use. Okay, so that is the root. Okay, I will complete this one and I conclude. How to concatenate two lists? Okay, already we see for concatenation you can able to use the plus operator, okay, or you can able to use comma, but comma is meant for only concatenating of two strings. I hope in my first or second class in the offline classes itself I said that. Okay, but if you are using plus is also meant for concatenating. Okay, but it can able to take the multiple lists. Am I clear? So see here how to concatenate two lists using the plus operator. Okay, we are going to concatenating the data values in between of two lists. Please understand. So see this example, simple. We are creating one list, second one is 2. The data values may be different. Okay, their types may be different. By using this plus, you can able to concatenate, and you can able to make them as a single list. Am I clear? So we are going to be doing this one. Concatenating list name 1, list name 2, and make it as a single list whose values are getting list 1 values, getting list 2 values. Okay, so we conclude here. We will continue in the next class. Anyone have any doubts, can able to ask me. Anyone have any doubts? Harshita?
Yes, sir.
No, document ఏదో అడుగుతున్నావు డాక్యుమెంట్ అన్నది
అదే ఇప్పటి వరకు చెప్పిన పీపీటీస్ కొంచెం షేర్ చేయండి.
పీపీటీస్ ఇవన్నీ షేర్ చేయమంటారా? ఓకే. Actually I have the notes ma. One second, okay. I will show you the notes. One second, I will share the notes. Yeah, actually this is the general Python syllabus now. Hope you can able to visible this PPT PDF. Yeah, actually మనకి పైథాన్ కి జనరల్ సిలబస్ ఇదండి. ఎక్కడైనా జనరల్ గా ఎవరు పైథాన్ చెప్పినా లేదా యూనివర్సిటీ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ కూడా యూనివర్సిటీ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ సిలబస్ ఇస్ దిస్ వన్. Okay, but we are following the MNC companies what they are focusing. Okay, we are discussing that one. But anyhow, we are touching all these concepts. Okay, I will send this PPT because this PPT contains complete notes with examples. See, with examples how to use that statement, with example everything is there. I will share this PPT. I will share this PDF. Okay. Then after the class, I will share the PPT also. Okay. Okay. If anyone have any doubts, please respond. Or you can take the break. You can come back for the third hour.